Coming up next on WTBS, the Atlanta Hawks take on the Los Angeles Lakers, followed by the latest... Atlanta Hawks basketball is brought to you by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Toyota, who invite you to see all the 1982 Toyota cars and trucks at your local dealer. Oh, what a feeling to drive a Toyota. By the people in your town who bottle delicious Coca-Cola. Have a Coke and a smile and enjoy this game refreshed. By Eastern Airlines, America's favorite way to fly. By Canon, so advanced, Canon is the world's leader in 35mm photography. And by Cable News Network and the new CNN2. Now you have a choice in 24-hour television news.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Fred Hickman, Skip Carey, welcoming you to another night of Atlanta Hawk basketball from the Omni. Crowd of around 13,000 gathering to watch the Hawks and the Los Angeles Lakers get together. More problems for the Atlanta team. I guess Fred, the simplest way to put it is the Hawks face the leading rebounding team in the NBA without their two leading rebounders.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Danny Roundfield and Steve Hawes both will be out of the picture tonight. And Danny Roundfield, with this big West Coast trip coming up, is going to be lost for 2 weeks. So the Hawks are going to have to find some kind of way to win. Sam Pelham and Tom McMillan really have their work cut out for them in this game. As for the Lakers, they are very tough on sub-500 teams. They're 17-3. A great offense. Magic Johnson has a bad right arch, but we do understand there's a possibility he'll play tonight. Otherwise, the Lakers are strong, coming off that emotional win in Boston, their first win over Boston in some 2 years. And the Hawks definitely have their work cut out for them tonight.
The good news for the Hawks, Eddie Johnson is back. The bad news, the Lakers, a great road team. They are 17-8 on the road this year. And we'll be back with the starting lineups and the play-by-play story right after this. Hawks lineup features that man, Tree Rollins, in the pivot tonight. On the back line, Eddie Johnson just being introduced to the Omni crowd, and Rory Sparrow works with him. John Drew and Tom McMillan will be the Atlanta forwards. For the Lakers, Jamal Wilkes and Kurt Rambis are the forwards. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the pivot man. And Norm Nixon and Mike Cooper will start on the back line, though Magic Johnson may see some duty tonight. Kevin Lockery, the head man for the Atlanta Hawks. Mike Fratello, Fred Carter, Brendan Sura's assistants, Joe O'Toole, the Atlanta trainer, Pat Riley, the coach of the Lakers, and here are your referees.
Huntington Beach, California. This is my 16th year in the NBA. I want to wish a special speedy recovery to referee Joe Gashu as he was operated on today, a leg operation. Get well soon, Joe.
I'm Tommy Nunez. I've been in the NBA for 9 years, and I'm from Guadalupe, Arizona.
Thank you, gentlemen. Tommy, without his mustache, looks a little peculiar. And the tip will be jumped again. This is Kurt Rambis. He's an interesting story. And now Norm Nixon, out of Macon, Georgia, went to Duquesne. Michael Cooper and Jamal Wilkes with a little hook that's short. Rollins, the Atlanta rebound, and the Hawks are going to have to do a lot of that to contend tonight. 11:40 remaining, first quarter.
Tree Rollins is going to have to put a lot of minutes in, too, as well, Skip.
The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wingspan in evidence there. McMillan made a good play. And Kareem will inbound on the end line. Can Nixon save it? Just barely. 15 on the shot clock. Great look. Rambis down under, gets the hoop. Rambis is out of Santa Clara. He was cut by the Knicks last year, was a third-round draft choice, and wound up playing in Greece all last year. Fought his way onto the Laker team, and now has fought his way into the starting lineup with Kupchak injured. Michael Cooper with the outlet pass, pulls up, shoots the J, and draws the foul. Rory Sparrow got him.
Well, you saw how quickly Kareem Abdul-Jabbar kicked that ball out off the rebound. Michael Cooper had gotten lost down court, and of course he just scored 31 points in that win over Boston. That was his season's best effort.
Cooper is an 80% foul shooter. It's a 3-0 ball game. Hawks televised tomorrow from Chicago. So the Lakers lead at 4-0. We have 11 minutes remaining in the first period of play. Eddie makes a good move, but the shot comes up short, and look at them take off. 3-on-2. Nixon fills the middle. Cooper gets the hoop, and that is the way you execute the fast break. It's 6-0.
That's pretty to watch, isn't it?
Especially for the fans in Los Angeles to this point. It's been quite enjoyable. Rory Sparrow shoots it long. Good effort by Rollins, but he couldn't control it. And the Lakers bring it up again, and the Hawks, starting as they have all too frequently recently, very slow starting team. That's why Eddie is right back in the starting lineup after missing 10 days or so. Trying to get a little offense. Kareem, very unselfish, dishes it off, and a foul. Cooper drills it home. Eddie Johnson committed the infraction. Cooper has 6 quick points, and it's an 8-0 ball game.
And that's the most improved part of Michael Cooper's game. Everybody knows about his defensive ability and hustling, but he has really worked on that outside shot and has developed a deft touch this season.
He has 7. It's 9-zip, and Atlanta wants and gets timeout. Timeout on the floor. 10:04 left first quarter, and your score. Los Angeles 9, Atlanta nothing. Well, we're going to try something a little new and different to help you enjoy your NBA and Atlanta Hawks basketball game tonight. We're going to have a star of the game, or most valuable player in the game, whichever you prefer, telephone poll later on in the telecast. It's a 900 service. Each call is 50 cents plus tax will be billed to you by your local telephone company. We're not trying to mislead you on that. But that's cheap admission to an NBA game anyway, so we'll give you the numbers later on, and we'll pick 4 players, 2 from each team, and you vote for your MVP. So far, it'd be tough to find one on the Atlanta club. Here's an easy hoop as Wilkes released quickly and slam dunks it. They're so confident in their rebounding that whenever Drew will take an outside jump shot, Wilkes is just going to say goodbye.
Yeah.
11-0. They want to hit Rollins, finally do, and his jump hook, nowhere near. Hawks off to a miserable start. Rory Sparrow stayed back. Norm Nixon gets the turnover.
Well, that was that lob pass. Norman kind of got caught in between, didn't know whether he wanted to gun it or lob it up there.
Good move by Eddie. Kareem jumps out. Rambus knocks it loose. Boy, he knows his role. He's a guy that just operates in the trenches. The pass went off his leg, and Atlanta will get the ball back with 9:05 left in the quarter. The Hawks have goose-egged to this point.
And you see what they're doing. Hawks walking the ball up without Andy Roundfield, that extra beef on the boards. They want to make sure they can get a good offensive pattern going.
And the Lakers will run every opportunity they get. Good fake by McMillan. That was blocked from behind. The Lakers are putting on a clinic here, both ends of the floor. This is Wilkes, and Cooper breaks away and got it up there before Rollins could pull the trigger. Eddie Johnson was beat. Cooper has 9, and it's 13-0. Kareem got all of that, and they're off to the races again. They force a break even when it's not there. Nixon failed to adjust for windage. It's 13-0 Los Angeles. 8:10 left first quarter.
Hawks need a bucket right here badly to break that ice.
Los Angeles makes you earn it, boy. You don't give them any cheapies against these guys. Offensive foul. Rollins a moving quick. No team foul, and again, Atlanta unable to convert, and they have gone 4 minutes, 2 seconds empty here. Quite an effort, but no go. And Eddie gets Atlanta on the board. It took 4:35.
Look at Tree Rollins get back on defense right there. Big fella really hustling.
You'd better against these guys because they are good. 13-2 Lakers our score. It's on John Drew of Atlanta, his first third team foul. Lakers are yet to commit a foul in the game. Good effort by Drew, but he could not get there. They zip it around a little bit, too. Wilkes, the open man. It won't go. That may be on Rambis. Let's see it. That's who it is. Kurt Rambis picks up the foul, his first Laker team foul, and it comes with 7:10 remaining in the first quarter. Hawks play this one without Roundfield, without Hawes. Magic is expected to see some duty for Los Angeles. Drew got it back. See who got him. Was it Kareem or was it Rambis? It was Rambis. His second.
Ted Rambis does an exceptional job of blocking out on the board, too. He just gets in there and moves people out of the way.
Hawks will not be home in the Omni again for 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tonight, the Kansas City Kings will come to ball.
Oh, we'll see it again. Rambis doing a lot of hard work. Looked as though Drew might have gotten a hand in the middle of his back.
Kareem has yet to take a shot. Memory serves me correctly. That's subject to change, however. Look at that Rambis battle. See where the foul is on. It's on Tom McMillan of Atlanta, his first, fourth team. Rollins is doing an exceptional job on Kareem. Unfortunately, Kareem, unfortunately for Hawk fans, Kareem's a very unselfish player. And if he doesn't have a good shot, he'll find the open man. Rollins got to that one.
Great effort.
Kareem screams for a foul, gets no satisfaction from Tommy Nunez.
Tree putting him up, not letting him have that open lane to the basket.
They're trying to get the big fella off the board. Instead, we got a foul on Rollins, and he'll go to the line to shoot two, and Tree picks up his second foul, and with Roundfield and Hawes missing, the Hawks just simply can't afford a third foul on Rollins for quite some time, and that is why they're forcing the issue with Abdul-Jabbar as much as they are.
You can bet they'll keep on doing it as often as they can. They know that Rollins is the last line of defense, basically.
Kareem, a 71% foul shooter, makes them both. Mr. Rambis is going to be having some early pita bread and goat's cheese here. He's of Greek extraction. He's got 3 fouls already in the first 6 minutes. Eddie dishes it off. The open jump is for Drew, and it won't go, and it's over the backboard, and automatically the ball goes over to Los Angeles. And Mark Landsberger is into the game, and Rambis goes out. Sam Pelham about to check in for Atlanta, but was unable to do so in time. Quite a move by Mr. Nixon.
Stormin Norman, the all-star, one of the quicker point guards in the game.
You really have to admire him. He has gone through some changes in his career. Point guard, off guard, shooting guard, back to point guard. It'll be on Wilkes. Prior to the shot, Jamal Wilkes picks up his first and the fourth Laker team foul as Tom McMillan heads to the Pines, and Sam Pelham checks in for Atlanta with 5:19 remaining in the first quarter.
Hawks have dug themselves an early hole here, and Los Angeles is no easy team to try to come back on.
They've got Cooper playing Drew now. That'll be an interesting matchup. Tree has his first points, and it's 17-5 Los Angeles. 4:55 left. Cooper with a triple pump. Never could get the shot up. 3-second violation against Landsberger. Steve Hawes, by the way, hopes to be able to play tomorrow night in Chicago, and he wants to say hello to his friends at the Bronner Institute out in Smyrna, Georgia. And we look forward to having him back with us tomorrow. Rollins, not this time, and that's a third foul on Rollins. He was on the back of Kareem, and that is just what Atlanta could not afford.
Big fella working hard in there for the rebound.
Hawks argue about it, but I really don't know why. That's a foul, isn't it?
Yeah, on his back, coming over. Right.
4:37 left in the quarter.
Yeah, I guess Tree Rollins is one of the few guys in the league that can physically go with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the long arms.
Meanwhile, Ed Rush and Kevin Lockery got into it here. Meanwhile, here comes Magic Johnson into the game. Jamal Wilkes will go out. Johnson can play center, forward, guard, doesn't matter. He excels at any position.
Any place he wants. Hey, look at the smile. He's got a smile on his face.
$1 million a year for 25 years, I'd be smiling too. Kareem, one of the two free throws. He's got 3. It is 18-5. Eddie gets Rory the open jump. Sparrow has his first point.
That might have been Rory's first shot from the field.
With the 3, Rollins stays in the game, and yet another whistle. I think it's Eddie Johnson, but let's wait and see. Nope, it's Rollins, and that is 4. Well,
boy, that's trouble.
The Hawks gambled and lost, and I don't blame Kevin for the gamble. The way things are going here, you'd be out of it by the end of the first quarter if you take Rollins out, but the gamble failed. He picked up 4 fouls in less than 8 minutes, and we'll see no more of him until the second half, and now the Hawks really in desperate trouble.
Oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the great centers of all time. He had his best game of the, well, he was the best of the Lakers in that effort coming back against Boston, scored 35 points in the game. Just very difficult to defend.
Kareem has 5, and it is 20-7. That's not the time, I'm afraid. That's the score. Foul on Magic. His first bonus time for Atlanta here. This telecast authorized under rights granted by the Atlanta Hawks Limited, intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Hawks Limited and the Turner Broadcast System is prohibited. The announcers for this event are employed by the Turner Broadcasting System with the approval of the Atlanta Hawks Limited. Sparrow, one of the 2. Bob McAdoo has checked in. Boy, they got some big cats in there now against a relatively small Atlanta team. And Sam Cullum and Tom McMillan are under the gun at the moment. Great job there by Sam keeping it alive. Drew saves it. And walks in the basket is disallowed. They rush it up the floor. Nobody plays Cooper prior to the shot. Foul on Atlanta. McAdoo will shoot 2. It's on McMillan again, and it just keeps getting deeper And deeper for Atlanta, that's McMillan's second. Bonus time for Los Angeles when play resumes, but at the moment, we have timeout on the floor and your score. Los Angeles 22, Atlanta 8.
We've been talking about Kurt Rambis, the big rebounder for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's a big guy on a pretty big team and a guy who really didn't expect to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy to contribute. I didn't have I wasn't going to make, I had a very slim chance of making this team. And I'm just happy to contribute, and I'm glad we're successful.
And he's honest.
Okay, Kurt. McAdoo shoots 2. And Big Mac makes the first free throw, and now Big Mac will try again. 24-8 the score.
Boy, if he can gel back into the form he had a few years ago with the Buffalo Braves.
Now, that's an awesome team. It really is. Away from the ball, I believe Landsberger was caught embracing Sam Pellin. That is the call. Landsberger picks up his first foul and a bonus opportunity for Sam. Pellin, a 77% foul shooter. Rudy Macklin checks into the game for Atlanta. John Drew comes out. John held to just 1 point so far. In fact, the Hawks are led by Rory Sparrow, who has 3. It's been that kind of quarter.
Hawks just 3 of 17 from the field on the early going.
Hawks have more fouls than they do points. 10-9. They try to even that up now as Pelham tries again. (24-10), Lakers by 14. We have 3:02 left in the first quarter. That's why they call him Magic.
6'8" guard. Sometimes you forget when you watch the way he handles the ball that he is such a tall individual.
Cooper tried to draw the charge, could not. Macklin, the offensive rebound, knocked off his leg by Nixon. Los Angeles will even try to fast break now. Even after a dead ball, they rush it up the floor, and Nixon gets the open jump, but missed it, and Pelham the rebound. 2.5 minutes left. 26-10, Lakers. Rudy Macklin, air ball, Landsberger, and here they go again. Bingo.
Boy.
It's a clinic, folks. They're putting on a clinic. Michael Cooper has 11.
They turned a 3-on-4 break into a 3-on-1 break in about 2 seconds.
McMillan puts it down from the baseline. Tommy's first point. It's like the tortoise and the hare tonight. I hope it winds up like that fable. Magic gets McAdoo the open jump off the glass. And they're not doing a whole heck of a lot of things wrong, folks. I'll tell you, it's 30-12. This is the way we started in Los Angeles, our other meeting with these guys. Hawks had a chance to win it, though they then fell back and lost it 112-94. Eddie Jordan into the game. Nixon out for a rest. Freeman Williams gets Eddie Johnson for Atlanta. And McMillan inbounds on the side as Wes Matthews is about to come to work. And Rory Sparrow will come up.
Well, it's that defensive rebounding for the Lakers, Skip. That's the whole key. Gets their whole break going. If the Hawks can somehow neutralize that or slow it down somewhat, they might have a chance to climb back into this thing.
Macklin goes to the hole and gets it. It's a little different with Kareem on the bench. You can drive with better effect against these fellas. Oh, what a pass. What a pass. Great play, McMillan, however. So the Lakers wanted a goaltending. They did not get it. Tommy Mack against Bob Mack. Macklin, after shooting an air ball, hits 2 straight. And with 4 as the Hawks' leading scorer, it's 30-16 with 38 seconds left in the quarter. Cooper against Freeman Williams. Magic against Macklin. McAdoo thinks about it, changes his mind. 4 on the shot clock. McAdoo has to shoot this one, and with good results, and he has 8 points in about 2 minutes. And it's 32-16, and the Hawks play for the final shot, and we'll give you the time as it becomes significant. 10 in the quarter. 6, 5, 4, and a foul on McAdoo. Good move, Wes Matthews. Wes has his first points of the night.
And he did it on a good explosive drive. Now, that's exactly what you were talking about, Skip, with a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar plugging up the middle. You're not going to get that many opportunities, but with McAdoo in there, Wes was able to just get by him.
It's a secret between us, but did you notice an extra step in there, or was that my imagination?
No.
No. Matthews now with 3. It's 32-19. That would count if it goes, and he didn't miss by much. Mr. Landsberger, that's the end of the first quarter, and after 1, your score. Los Angeles 32, Atlanta 19. (32-19) our score after 1. Canon camera giving fans the opportunity to take pictures and visit with Dan Roundfield when the Hawks return home to play Kansas City on February 23rd. Dan will be in the Canon camera photo booth from 6:25 till 6:45. So bring your camera, visit with Dan. Compliments of Canon camera. Gene and Pick Mason watch us on the cable in Gastonia, North Carolina, here at the game tonight, rooting for the Hawks. Jeff Brown, Bob Story, and Danny Wallace from Bristol, Tennessee, and another group. From Doraville, Georgia. Well, that's not too far away. Freeman Williams gets through. And the Hawks trying to climb back into this thing. Wilkes gets mugged and shoots 2. He fumbled the ball a little bit. The Hawks wanted a walk, didn't get it. Pelham picks up the foul.
Jamal just kind of tries to shake that thing off. He really did get popped here. Sam coming over to help out. Rudy Macklin holding him up. And bang. You got to respect Jamal from the outside, though. That's where he does most of his damage.
He is a very clever player. 51% shooter, averaging 21.
You know, and a lot of guys, when they shoot their jump shot, Skip, it kind of bothers them to be very wide open and to take their time and to set. They just kind of want to go up, and they almost like having a hand in their face. But with Wilkes, he'll wait, take his time.
Freeman again, not this time, and the Magic Man is off to the races. Look at him maneuver through traffic. Isn't that something? Boy, horrible.
Well, he went all the way cross country.
Well, he only beat 5 of them that time. Bob McAdoo picks up his second foul.
Boy.
Our new mayor in Atlanta, the Honorable Andrew Young, and the family at courtside across the way. Mayor tells us he had absolutely nothing to do with the snowstorm we had his first week in office.
He was only there.
Sam Pelham, that's a tough break, and a good job inside by Macklin. Rudy leads the Hawks with 6, 10:45 left in our half, and Eddie Jordan pops away unsuccessfully. Down to the deck go Matthews and Johnson. They are both all right. Jordan throws it away. Landsberger has that spiked away. He's going to try again. And a 2-shot opportunity. It's on Pelham. Hawks argue that an offensive foul might have been called. We'll let you look at it again.
We'll take a look here and see. This is the sequence right down underneath. Good block by Rudy Macklin. Nothing wrong with that. And Landsberger, who is a bull, Looked as though he moved into Sam Pelham that particular time. Going up for the ball. Arguable. An arguable foul.
Landsberger, as you see, not much of a free throw shooter, but he puts one of them away. In fact, he's not much of a offensive player. He's an outstanding rebounder and another guy who knows his role on this club. Don't pay him to score. Freeman is checked. Rudy is the closest thing to a Hawk, half Hawk that there is, but he missed that one. Landsberger makes a liar out of me with a left-handed hook. He has 3, one away from his average, and it's 39-23, L.A. Hawks have their biggest crowd of the year here tonight. Looks like we'll go more than 13. Wes Matthews puts it down. 39-25 the count. 9:26 left in our first half. Kareem about to come back to work. McAdoo again. He is clicking right along here. He's got 10. His high since joining Los Angeles is 14. And he's only played about 5 minutes in this game. Rudy drew the foul for Magic.
Rudy almost got that thing to reach when he let it go, going for the 2-shot opportunity. He's on his way down to the floor.
Landsberger departs, and Kareem meanders back into the game. That's just wonderful news if you're a Hawks fan. 8:55 remaining in the half. West again. Not this time. Good effort by McMillan comes to nothing. Now, this is a 3-on-3 type deal.
Well, I mean, what do you have to say?
Magic has 6, and he is embarrassing the Atlanta team. That's twice he's just sailed through everybody.
Well.
Rudy again, yes. Macklin has 8. It's 43-27. Lakers by 16 again. An almost certain basket deprived of Wilkes there. West left it short, and here they go again. Now they run 2-on-4. Look at that. Despite the 2-on-4, they get a layup out of it. And Magic Johnson is putting on some show. Mike Glenn will get into the game as Kevin desperately tries to find somebody that can get some reason back into this thing. Freeman Williams with a fine drive. Jordan has the field beat and gets it right back.
Is that Kareem or Kenny Stabler or Joe Montana or what? Great full court pass. Ball never touched the floor.
Again, that's that consummate confidence in your rebounding that will allow you to release like that and it fade off in an easy layup. Atlanta again calls timeout with 7:25 remaining in the half. Timeout on the floor. Now your score. Los Angeles 47, Atlanta 29.
John Wayne embarks on a deadly search for a kidnapped niece in the classic drama, The Searchers. It co-stars Natalie Wood and can be seen Thursday night at 8:05 Eastern, 7:05 Central Time on Superstation WTBS.
And there's still time for high school seniors to apply for the 2 $1,000 scholarships being awarded by the Hawks. For further information, see your high school guidance counselor or write to Hawks Scholarships in care of the Omni. That's not Omni, it's Omni, 100 Techwood Drive Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. 7:25 left in a first half that has been dominated by Los Angeles.
Hawks shooting percentage has improved somewhat, but so has the Lakers percentage. Hawks now shooting about 35%, 12 of 34. Lakers now at 58%. They were 50% after the first quarter.
35% ain't going to get it.
No.
Glenn comes in firing. So the Stinger racks up his first points of the night, and it's 47-31.
Lakers have also gotten twice as many free throw opportunities here.
Has he missed yet? McAdoo again. He's got 12 already.
I don't think he has. I think he's been perfect tonight.
49-31. Good effort by Pelham. Knocked loose, though, by McAdoo. Here they go again. Wilkes got the shot. Hawks felt he traveled, but no call forthcoming. He's got 8 at the 20-point game. 51-31. 6:22 left in the half. He got hammered by Jordan. And Sam Pelham will shoot 2. Jordan picks up his first foul.
Well, for once, the Hawks got a little bit of a mismatch situation. It hasn't happened much for Atlanta today.
Tommy Nunez issues a warning to Kevin Lockery. First free throw, no good. The officials a little hostile here tonight. Nice fella.
That's kind of a show within itself.
That's Tommy Nunez saying, Will Bolton shut up. This strikes me as an excellent idea. Pelham 1 out of 2. And it's 51-32. 6:05 remaining in the half. Nixon, by the way, is back in for Eddie Jordan. Whoops. 4 on the shot clock. Kareem knows it. That's a shot he doesn't really like to take. But he had
that in Boston, too, and he'd hit well with it.
Good move by Matlin. I think Kareem frankly surprised that he challenged him. Rudy has 10. Nixon way off the mark. McMillan, a good play, and a foul will be called, I think, against Magic Johnson. Well, let's see. They called it on Nixon, I think.
It was Nixon's shot. You see it's off. He had a very poor first half in their last outing against the Boston Celtics. Shooting anyway, he had a total of 13 assists by the time the game was over with. He's been struggling with his jumper a little bit, though.
Away from the ball. Another whistle. What do we got now? An offensive foul against Tom McMillan, and everything is not rosy for Atlanta. McMillan has 3. Rollins has 4. Hawes and Roundfield cannot play. And we're in a whole peck of trouble. Perfect. Well, Cooper came tiptoeing back into the game, and Nixon laid it right on the rim for it. And Mr. Cooper has 13. And the Lakers lead by 19 once more.
Mike Cooper will be our subject at halftime today, and we'll talk a little bit about that play and others he likes to run.
See if it was Cooper or Kareem. It was on Kareem. His first. John Drew about to check back in, but cannot. He was going to get McMillan.
Kareem is back as the pressure breaker now in case the Hawks should try to put a good pressure defense on the inbounds pass. He's standing in position. He can put those long arms up and bring it down at half court.
By the way, he did a whale of a job in a slightly risque, but to my way of thinking, hilarious movie, Airplane.
Yes.
He had a big part in that. Did a whale of a job, and didn't do a bad job there either, as he wheeled inside, got the hoop, and drew the foul from Sam Pelham, and so Pelham picks up his 3rd, and it just keeps getting worse.
And Sam's doing all he can, and as we say, he's got such an arsenal. You have to respect the jumper. You have to respect his inside moves, and then that sky hook is always there. That's been a tradition ever since he was at UCLA.
And he also is a pretty smart cook. He knows how to play this game, not just shoot the basketball. Nice soft touch there. He has 8. And this is not a whole lot of fun for Hawk fans. It's 56-35. But a great show by the Lakers to this point for basketball fans. Glenn dishes it off, and Pelham over Kareem can't buy it. There's a break for Atlanta. And a foul is called on John Drew of Atlanta. Well, now 5, 9, 10, 14 fouls against Atlanta. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 against the Lakers.
Here's the play again.
Well, mystery to me. But then many things are. Hawks get out of there with the basketball, and here comes Matthews. He splits him, but he missed it. Macklin. Rudy has 12. Look at this. They get so many easy baskets on you that it just breaks your heart. You work like the devil at one end, and 2 seconds later you got the ball back, and you haven't gained an inch. 58-37.
And Kareem wasn't even under the basket. As you stand at a half court again. Huh. This ain't going to be easy.
At the buzzer, the Magic, man, look at them look to run. No matter how many men you have back, they want to put that pressure on you. Wilkes with a finger roll. Magic finds Cooper. My goodness. They're just having, looks like an inter-squad thing right now. Three minutes remaining in the first half of the game. Macklin over Magic. Rudy is our attack. He has 14. It won't go, but a foul on Macklin. Rudy picks up his first. 2:50 remaining in our first half. And a timeout will be called here by Los Angeles. Timeout on the floor, 2:50 remaining till halftime. And with timeout, your score. The Lakers 58, the Hawks 39. I want to point out before I read this that no sarcasm is intended. It is time to read the following announcement with no ulterior motive. It's that time of year again, spring training and baseball, meaning Major League pennant races are just ahead. You don't want to miss out. So forget your troubles for a couple or 3 hours. See a ball game. See an Atlanta Braves ball game. Call the Braves ticket office at 577-9100. For complete ticket information, that's 577-9100. A member of the Braves sales staff will be awaiting your call.
Getting close, huh?
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, it's 58-39, and Nixon will go to the line to shoot a couple. As you see, he's an excellent foul shooter.
Had a string of 38 straight free throws going into Boston on Sunday and had that snap there. He's picked it right back up again.
Norm has 4. They lead by 21 to the Lakers with 2:45 left. Hawks shooting 38%, the Lakers 58. Same old story. Mike Glenn hit the bottom of the basket.
You're talking about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's selfishness. He leads this team in assists right now with 5. Johnson has 4.
Johnson's are slightly more spectacular, but good job by Drew overplaying there, knocking it away from Magic. They inbound with 8 on the shot clock. 2:18 remaining in the first half. McAdoo again. He has equaled his career high already here. He's got 14, and they lead at 62-41. And before the biggest crowd of the year, the Hawks are embarrassed to this point. McAdoo knocked that away. There goes Wilkes. Goaltending Matthews scored the goal. And the lead is now 23, and Wilkes has 10. Cooper has 13. McAdoo off the bench has 14. Kareem and Magic have 8 each. Hawks have only one man with more than 5, and that's Macklin with 14. A minute 42 left. They double team the ball. Glenn from up top over Cooper. The Hawks starters in this game have only 14 points. Look at that. Nixon. Target practice. He has 6 at 66-43. We've got a minute 22 remaining till halftime. It can't come soon enough for Atlanta.
I'm excited about Mike Glenn, though, the way he's snapping that jump shot up there. Started with authority.
Was walked. I think we got an illegal defense warning against Los Angeles. So the clock should cycle back to 24, though they have not done that yet, and Atlanta will get the ball on the side. Pat Riley seems apparently relaxed at the moment. He's a good fella.
Yeah.
Really happy for him.
Took the job under rather volatile circumstances when Paul Westhead lost his position 11 games into the season.
Just another announcer that's struck it rich. Matthews puts it away from 18. West has 7. It's 66-45. Somebody ought to keep a possession time in basketball like they do in football. I bet the Hawks have had the ball for 6 minutes longer than Los Angeles. They just come down and crank it up.
They go.
30 seconds till halftime. Macklin threw it away. Drew can't save it. So the Lakers get it back with 28 seconds, and they'll run the clock down with their 21-point lead. They'll have to shoot it with 4 seconds remaining in the period, or perhaps 5. I'll give you the time on the shot clock. 10-8. Shot it a little early, did Nixon. 8 seconds remaining in the half, so Atlanta will have a chance to get a shot up. 4, 3, 2. That counts if it goes. That counts if it goes. None of them did, and the half is over. And at halftime in Atlanta, the Los Angeles Lakers have put on some show. At the break, your score: Los Angeles 66, Atlanta 45. For Robert, Michael Cooper has 13 points. Jamal Wilkes has scored 10. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson have 8 points each. Norm Nixon has scored 6. Mark Landsberger has 3, and Eddie Jordan and Kurt Rambis have 2 points each. For Atlanta, Rudy Macklin leads the way with 14. Wes Matthews follows with 7. Mike Glenn picked up 6 first-half points. Freeman Williams had 4, 3 each for Tom McMillan, Rory Sparrow, and Sam Pelham. 2 points for Tree Rollins, 2 more for Eddie Johnson. John Drew managed just 1 point in the first half. And in the personal foul department, McMillan, Pelham 3 each, Rollins 4 for Atlanta, and that's all the big men that Atlanta has. Only Kurt Rambis has as many as 3 fouls for the Lakers, who totally dominated from wire to wire in the first half of this game and lead it by 21 at halftime. Back to talk with one of the main cogs of the Lakers, Michael Cooper, and more halftime activities right after this.
The player who can come off the bench and provide an offensive spark or shut down an opponent on defense. But one of the best sixth men in professional basketball toils in relative anonymity in Los Angeles, home of the Stars. His name is Michael Cooper, and he's just as valuable to the Lakers as Magic Johnson, Norm Nixon, Jamal Wilkes, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, because the sixth man sacrifices his game to do whatever it takes to win.
That's one of the assets of being a sixth man, because you can sit on the bench and observe how the game is being played, how the flow of the game is going, and what you need to do when you get in there. In my case, I look for what is my man doing on offense, what is he does not like to do, and it's kind of a big plus for me. But then again, it can be a hinder, because you are coming into a game that's, say, going 100 miles an hour, and you're starting straight from zero. So that makes it hard, and you're cold, and just certain things, but it is a big plus coming off the bench. Here with the Lakers, it's all about me playing a role. I'm playing behind 3 all-star people, Jamal, Magic, and Norm, and I'm learning every day. As far as being with another team, I could be an all-star with another team, but we wouldn't be winning any games. So, I love it playing with the Lakers coming off the bench. The guys are fun, and, playing with the legend himself, Kareem.
Michael Cooper is perhaps best known in Los Angeles for his spectacular repertoire of slam dunks. So let's watch the Coop do his thing.
See the people dunk, the good basketball players, gets my adrenaline flowing through me, and it's like I stuck my finger in a socket or something. I feel that little electrical tingle through me. I enjoy turning people on.
What is it about the dunk shot? Is it a symbol of manhood? Why is it so important?
I think, Ted, because it's one person's ability to put the ball in the basket a unique way. Going down the key, dunking on somebody, or just by yourself getting up there, and in reality, that's a long way to jump, 10 feet. A dunk, for me, is my way of trying to help the team out, because I'm not verbal out on the floor. So I went to the basket, and he was going to have to block it.
Is there one dunk above all the others, and there have been so many, is there one that really stands out?
Either Portland did, the reverse that I did. I watched that, I taped it and watched it after that, and every now and then I look at the play, and it still amazes me how I got there, because the ball came off the rim, and there was no other way I could have put that in, Ted, without getting hurt, because there was a defensive man there. If I'd have tried to grab it with my right hand and did it, I'd have probably twisted my back. If I'd have tried to grab it with 2 hands and did it, I'd have probably ended up on the floor. And I don't know what made me do it. I just ran up, grabbed it, reversed it over my head, and I didn't know what had happened until I hit the floor.
Michael Cooper may not enjoy the stature of Julius Erving, George Gervin, or David Thompson, but for sheer excitement, he's the new Baryshnikov of basketball.
That's high-flying Michael Cooper of the Los Angeles Lakers, showing that Earvin Johnson isn't the only Magic in Los Angeles. Special thanks to On TV Sports for their help in acquiring some video. I'm Paul Gilbert. Skip and Fred will be right back with more halftime activities after this.
Football flashback from Toyota. Oh, what a feeling. O.J. Simpson leads the University of Southern California to the Rose Bowl twice. He wins the Heisman Trophy, but still, there are some who say he can't make it in the pros. It's hard to believe. The rap against O.J. was that he probably isn't durable enough to be a runner in the NFL. At Southern Cal, Simpson gets by on speed. He simply outruns the defense. But with the weak Buffalo team, he has his share of troubles. He needs a solid offensive line. And finally, he gets it. Now, no one questions his durability. In 1 year, he carries 322 times and shatters the NFL rushing record by picking up 2,003 yards. O.J. Simpson. Nobody did it better.
Well, we're back, and the statistical story, as the score is not a good one for the Atlanta Hawks. There you see the numbers, 60% for the Lakers from the field compared to 41% for the Hawks. And they had started off shooting about 17%, Atlanta did. Free throw percentage, the Lakers doing very well, 16 of 18 from the line. Hawks haven't been there that often, 7 of 11. Rebounds, this is the big story here, 21 to 17. Looks like the Lakers only have a slight edge in that department, but the defensive rebounds, Lakers have 18 compared to 10 for the Atlanta Hawks, and that has allowed their fast break to really operate. 6 turnovers for LA, 8 for the Atlanta Hawks, steals even at 3. And the personal foul situation, Atlanta up by 3, 15 to 12, but the 4 big ones are the ones that sit on the head of Tree Rollins right now. That is really the big line of defense, the big rebounder for the Hawks, and he is pretty much neutralized with those early fouls he picked up. Block shots, the Atlanta Hawks have 4. Tom McMillan with 1, Tree Rollins with 2, Macklin with 1. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has the only 2 block shots for the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Hawks have a long way to climb and just 1 half to get there, Skip.
Frankly, all 4 would be Lakers. Perhaps a good way to sum things up to this point from the Hawks' point of view is the circus comes to town starting tomorrow. Some of the animals are here already, and that's sort of the way the first half of this game is going.
Yeah.
Well, the Hawks have come back in other cases and not quite closed the deal. This is going to be a tougher assignment than doing that against Cleveland or Detroit, because these guys are really good. Look at that. Boy, what precision pass. Wilkes the hoop. And they don't start off as if they've lost any zip, do they?
I think they were running their break in the locker room during halftime. Haven't lost a step.
They matched their biggest lead of 23. Drew's got to get hot for Atlanta to have a prayer. That went all the way in, spun out for him.
Well, the Lakers had 22 assists compared to 13 for the Hawks in that first half. Abdul-Jabbar had 5 of them. Magic with 5. West with 5 for the Hawks.
They just zip it around, find the open man. If the shot doesn't go, it doesn't go. But Rambis keeps battling. There's 5 on Rollins, and that'll kill you. And you almost feel sorry for Tree, because he's contending with maybe the greatest center that ever played the game. And it's been sort of no contest to this point. He's played him well, but he's had to foul to do it, and Rollins is gone again, and he's played around, let's be specific. He has played 9 minutes. He has 5 fouls. And he's on the bench once more. And the Lakers increase their already huge lead, and Kareem has 9. He's been in double figures all his life.
Yeah, I think so. You know, the other sad thing about Tree being in such foul trouble early is that he really came to play tonight. I mean, he was ready to go. He knew he had a lot of work to do, and he was ready to get it done out there.
Too ready, I suppose. Got a little too pumped up, perhaps. It'll be on Wilkes, and it will be his second. Well, when you're missing Roundfield and you're missing Hawes, and Eddie Johnson has contributed very little after about a 2-week layoff, and then when Drew only has 1 point after you're a minute into the 3rd quarter, this ball club doesn't figure to shoot well or score a lot of points, and they're not doing either of those things. He changed it and got it from Eddie. They can't do anything wrong. We can't do anything right. And it's, to this point, a walk in the park for Los Angeles. They lead at 72-45. That's by quite a bit, folks. Hawks get on the board.
Well, you know, I think it may be to the advantage of the Los Angeles Lakers that they have slipped behind Seattle out in the Pacific Division after leading most of the season. Ouch.
That's on Drew. He was all over Wilkes. Can't be any argument on that one. 3rd on John.
JD's just going, give me a little justice at the other end, will you, Tommy? Oh, with a smile, though.
Hawks cash in a fast break of their own. Eddie has the second hoop of the game. That's on Pelleman. That will be his 4th. And the beat goes on here. There's really a dilemma It's really a dilemma. When you're playing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, how can you be careful? How can you be careful and have any chance to stop him?
Then he scores 45 instead of 35. Yeah.
Rory Sparrow high in the air for the rebound. Shoots two. Who got it? Norm Nixon. Foul on Nixon, and that remark has no political meaning whatsoever.
Rory Sparrow's had a tough night from the field, too. He hasn't gotten many shots at all. In fact, in the first half, he's only 1 for 4.
Well, he's had plenty of company in this thing. Well, the Hawks have it back to a 21-point deficit. They've scored 6 straight points. 9:20 left. The Lakers seem to have slowed their tempo of play a little bit here. There's the skyhook. Just to let you know, that was still in the arsenal. And there's the unhappy story for Hawks fans. If you're a Laker fan, and I know there are a lot of them out there, especially on the West Coast looking in tonight, you got to love it. Boy, your club is really playing great. Look at that outlet. It is 4-on-1. And Wilkes the hoop from Nixon.
Well, the one thing you've got to do is get out and shut the wings off. You have to get out and get those release guys for Los Angeles. That's the only way you can really stop that break if you're not boarding.
Drew gets the hoop, his first of the night, and drew a foul from Cooper. John has 3. Cooper picks up his first foul.
This is what I guess you could call a prayer. Getting rid of it. He knew he'd been fouled. Just looking for 2 shots at the line, and now he's got the opportunity for the 3-point play.
That's 4 for John Drew. They better hurry. They just do get it across the line in time, do the Lakers. Six on the shot clock for Wilkes. He travels. Rudy Backlund checks into the Atlanta lineup. McMillan out. Atlanta desperate for points. And now they have only Pelham over 6.5 or so in their lineup against Kareem and a group like that. And that's tough. And Sam plays with 4 fouls as well. He drew the foul from Kareem as he missed. Kareem not overly enchanted with the call, but
what that might do, Sam faking the jump shot, maybe trying to set himself up for maybe the next time down the floor where he can possibly fake Kareem up in the air and then take a drive, get past him and get away from that intimidation.
What do you call the carpets that are so expensive?
All those Persian rugs.
Persian rugs, yeah.
Collects, yeah.
He is they told me one of the leading experts in the country.
He's got a big business out of that out of Los Angeles. Very exclusive Hollywood type clientele.
No whistle there, and Kareem really upset. Pelham got inside as Kareem was arguing at the other end. Got the hoop. And Atlanta tiptoes to within 18, but only for a moment. That's Norm Nixon. 7:27 remaining in the third quarter. Drew begins to come to life. Rambis picks up his 4th foul. The only trouble with that is that probably means Bob McAdoo. Now it's going to be Magic Johnson. So you're darned if you do and darned if you don't here.
I was going to say easy, right? You know.
And McAdoo, who has had a sensational first half, is still lurking on the bench. Robert, 6 out of 7, 2 out of 2 from the line, and 2 rebounds. Drew now with 7. John's come to life here a little bit. It's 78-61. They want to hit the big guy against Pelham, and he takes care of business there, and Sam's just overmatched at 6'9".
Yeah, he's blocking him away from the basket, but there's just nothing you can do. The guy just goes over you.
Eddie made a great move, and Macklin followed it up. Hawks at least playing better now, but is it too late? Well, it is when you fall asleep like that defensively. Magic Johnson shoots yet another layup. And it's 82-63. Pelham the open jump. That goes. Hawks are just going to have to convince themselves that when the game starts, it's really the third quarter, because they play so much better in the second half than they do in the first leg. Nixon hangs in the air. It will not go. And Rudy, a good job. He's played extremely well. He's been the main bright spot for Atlanta. 5:50 remaining, and the Hawks aren't out of this thing. They can move to within 15. Oh, that's too bad for Macklin. He had it in his sights. Look at this. Nixon to Cooper.
Superb. Superb. Absolutely superb.
Kids, if you want to be a basketball player and you wonder how to run a fast break, just keep watching these folks. Drew forces his way in and walks, and the ball goes back to Los Angeles, and Atlanta wants and gets timeout. Timeout on the floor, 5:17 remaining, quarter number 3, and with timeout you score. Los Angeles 84, Atlanta 65. Well, to make the cheese more binding here, Tommy Nunez has assessed a technical foul, I believe, on Hawks assistant coach Mike Fratello, so the Lakers will shoot that as well when we go back to play. When the Hawks return home from the West Coast 2 weeks from tonight to play Kansas City, the Special Olympics will be featured. Compliments of McDonald's. Athletes from the Special Olympics program will play a basketball game at halftime on that occasion. So come see the Hawks and Kings and show your support to a special group of people, and there's the tee by Nixon.
Well, Mike, as well as the rest of the Hawks coaching staff, upset about that traveling call on John Drew. Tommy didn't want to talk about it, though, did he?
Hostility quotient has been high here tonight. Well, Lakers by 20 and with the ball, 5:05 remaining. It's going to be on Bob McAdoo. Battling for the rebound, his third. And a one-on-one opportunity at the other end. I keep trying to console myself by considering the fact that there are 800 million red Chinese who don't care that the Hawks trail by 20, but it doesn't seem to be doing me any good. 4:52 left in the third quarter. That's the 8th point of the night for John. 7 of them in this quarter. Mike Glenn checks in for Atlanta, and Eddie Johnson comes up.
Well, the Hawks are making it a fairly close ball game statistically. 43% now for the Hawks. They are still trying to climb out of that 17% hole they dug for themselves at the beginning. Lakers shooting 59% from the field.
Oh, the Hawks very fortunate Pelham wasn't called for his 5th foul there. Very fortunate. Good pass by Drew, and a 3-point opportunity there. Rudy Macklin has 18. Drew made the good pass. McAdoo picks up another foul. That is his 4th. And the Hawks have moved to within 16.
And that's the one good advantage to being a driving forward. Once you make your move, once John goes, he's going to draw all the defense to him. He's got to leave somebody else open, and Rudy was right there.
So with the two small forwards in the game, Atlanta has made it almost respectable. They're down 15. If you can get it down about 3 more, you've got a bona fide chance going to the final period. Australia, they are passing the ball to perfection. 14 for the Magic Man. 14 for Wilkes, 14 for Kareem, 14 for Johnson, 13 for Cooper, 11 for Nixon, and 14 for McAdoo. That's share the wealth, folks. Sparrow can't buy it. Nixon lost it, but they get a 3-on-1 out of it anyway. That pass was too good. Drew the foul, got the hoop, and they are just protected. They are absolutely protected.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought Boston had the best fast break going in the league, but watching these guys work, just impeccable.
Even when they make a mistake, it turns out to be a great play.
Yeah.
And just like that, the Lakers have a chance to go back up by 20. I'll tell you what, this is the best-looking team I've seen so far this year.
I'd have to agree with you. They got off the bus running that fast break.
Fallon from the baseline. The other thing they can do, of course, is rest their troops, as they do with Kareem now. Hawks don't have that luxury, and Wilkes is just tearing us apart. He's got 19. Drew has had to play so much time. I think he's tiring badly here, and I don't blame him. Whereas Pat has had the luxury of rotating his troops. He'll have everybody fresh. Glenn left it short of the mark, and here comes the Magic Man again. Offensive foul, Magic Johnson. He made a great pass, but too late.
Now watch him handle that ball. Behind his back, loses Rudy. Rory Sparrow just anticipating that the guy's coming in the lane someplace. I may as well stand here and try to draw the charge.
92-72 with 2:50. The foul's on here. I guess it's on Cooper.
I think that was a good call. Magic, Cooper, neither one of those guys like it.
And the Lakers call a timeout here with 2:48 left in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor, and your score. Los Angeles 92, Atlanta 72.
Winners. They are people who settle for nothing less than success. Meet these winning individuals on Winners. Friday night at 7:05 Eastern, 6:05 Central Time, right here on Superstation WTBS.
Unfortunately, we'll be unable to see the program this week. I will be in Phoenix to bring you Hawk basketball a bit later on Friday night. But first things first, we have the rest of this one. And tomorrow night at 8:35 Eastern Time, televised from Chicago.
Well,
Macklin will shoot the 1-and-1 here.
there is somewhat of a disparate in the assist statistic for tonight. The Lakers have 31 compared to 18 for the Hawks, and those 31 are coming off the fast break, folks.
Rudy Macklin has 20. (92-73) right into the lap of Johnson. Look what I found. Magic has 16. And the Lakers enjoy the 21-point lead they held at halftime. Hawks have not been able to gain an inch. Maybe they will here. The foul is on Norm Nixon. His third. Drew shoots 2 for Atlanta. Nixon takes the rest. And Ed Jordan returns to the game.
Well, the Hawks, of course, in the throes of all these injury problems, are getting some help from some other ball clubs in the division. Indiana's been losing a lot of games lately. Chicago did drop their 6th straight the other day.
In fact, our division. Go back to the circus again. Drew one of the two. John has 10-9 in the quarter. Good fake. McAdoo drew the foul as he got the hoop. Let's see who got it. Drew. John picks up his 4th. McAdoo. Big Mac now with 16, a new season's high for him.
A lot of teams gave up on McAdoo, New Jersey, but he had some great days and great moves at Buffalo, and it looks like he hasn't lost a whole lot of them.
We enter the 2-minute period with the Hawks down by 22. Mark Landsberger about to return for Los Angeles. Glenn drew the foul from Ed Jordan. Wilkes out for a rest as Landsberger returns.
Well, you got to be happy at least with the way Mike Glenn's playing, especially going on this long West Coast road trip with Eddie's finger hurting. And he's got that, there's his ring finger on his right hand. That's got to be awfully uncomfortable trying to shoot. Matter of fact, Mike Glenn was injured on the last road trip out west that the Hawks took at Denver.
He makes one of the 2 free throws. Mike has 7 points in the game. And again, it's that 21-point Los Angeles margin. 96-75. Magic behind the back. They're going to call a foul on Drew. They looked that one up a little bit, I think. That is John's 5th. Rollins has 5. Pelham has 4.
Well, just looking at Johnson and his great ball handling ability at 6'8". And it speaks for itself.
Magic has 1 more. He's a 76% foul shooter on the year. Lakers have 6 men in double figures. Hawks have 3. They have just dominated every facet of the game. Great pass, Mike Glenn. Tough break, Rudy Macklin, who commits a foul as well. There's a youthful mistake. You miss a relatively easy shot, and you're mad at yourself, and you do something that ordinarily you would not do, and that's was the fate of Rudy Macklin in that case. He has been the high water mark for Atlanta with 20 points. Sam Pelham has 11, 3 away from his season's high. Macklin is 5 away from his, and Landsberger, a 40% free throw shooter, has his 4th point of the night.
Kind of shoots a little jump shot out there when he's shooting.
Which is one of the reasons he's a 40% free throw shooter. Lakers by 24 with 1:15 remaining. Glenn puts it down. .105 remaining. Nobody played the Magic Man, but he can't buy it. A little showtime there, but came up empty. McAdoo with the steal. I believe Wes Matthews touched it last. He did, and the Lakers bring it up. Maybe the Hawks were shocked by the fact that Tommy Nunez doesn't have his mustache anymore, and before they could recover, they were 25 points behind. We are in the throes of a Big Mac attack. He has 18. And it's 101-77, and we have mercifully, only 23 seconds left in the period. McAdoo, another intercept. 12 seconds left. Landsberger blew the layup. Wes Matthews attacks 1, now 2 on 4. With 3 seconds, he got it away, and he got the hoop for Matt Williams' quarter. And after 3, your score. Los Angeles 101 and Atlanta 79. 101-79 your score at the end of 3. We hate to do this to you Hawk fans, but the way this game has gone so far, the MVP has to be a Los Angeles Laker, and there are the numbers for you to call to cast your ballot. That is not Eddie Johnson, that's Magic Johnson. For it's been the Lakers night tonight. Remember, each calls are 900 services. Cost you 50 cents plus tax and will be billed to you by your local phone company. For Wilkes, 900-720-1808. For Cooper, 900-720-1909. For McAdoo, I wonder why they did that just when I was reading it off the monitor. 900-720-2808. And for Magic, 900-720-2909. And remember, it's 50 cents a copy for your vote. A quick foul on McMillan. That's interesting. And I know you Rudy Macklin fans are mad at me because we didn't include him. And he is playing fine basketball, having a good night.
Right there.
At the moment, folks, how could you really vote for a Hawk as the MVP in this one? Let's hope that the whole thing falls apart and the Hawks stage a big rally here. Matthews followed his own miss, couldn't get it. Rudy keeps working and does. So Macklin has 22.
Working hard at both ends of the floor.
(101-81), 11:05 left in the game. Another layup. Magic Johnson. Boy, do they pass the spheroid.
Lakers been pretty successful at holding that 18, that 20-point advantage.
Yeah, it hasn't exactly gotten to be a screamer for them at all. Here we go again. Wes Matthews should get one here, and does. Wes has 11.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Magic Johnson, once again, spinning inside the lane. Sam Pelham actually got a piece of that ball on the way down. It could have actually been a...
I'll tell you, between reading 900 numbers and trying to keep score, you drive yourself crazy here. Wes Matthews for the Atlanta basket. He's got 13.
Let the fans have their voice.
We'll give those numbers again in just a moment. And McAdoo, I'll tell you what. He is cooking. And the Lakers are up at 22, 107-85. Closest the Hawks have been is 15. Oops. Hello. Big guys get funny when they dribble. Mike Glenn gets through. Michaels played all right off the Atlanta bench with 11 points. It's a 20-point game. Landsberger, the offensive tip. Crowd screams for goaltending. It's not forthcoming.
Kevin's still waiting for the goal to be called.
He will wait in vain. Macklin, boy, Rudy is cooking. .24 for Macklin. Another layup, and I'll tell you what, you can talk about the injuries, and they've certainly hurt the Hawks. But those layups Well, will kill you, and there's really no excuse for all of this. No foul there as Jordan winds up on the deck. McAdoo had the rebound. McMillan finally gets it.
And give him credit for staying with it, too.
A 20-second timeout called here. That'll give us a chance to... Magic comes up limping again.
It's that right arch.
Yep. They may have played him a little bit too long in this one. I bet Pat Riley is upset with himself now. And now that will be, with the injury, a full-fledged timeout called by Los Angeles. Timeout on the floor, 8:17 remaining in the game, and your score. Los Angeles 111, Atlanta 91.
Oh, there you see the Magic man. Magic putting on the bench that right arch, which held him out of a few ball games, once again giving him trouble. Injured it on that last play before the timeout. Here it is. Going up for the board, and you really can't see his feet, but you just have to think he might have strained it, and as Skip said, he's played a lot of minutes tonight, possibly just not ready for that much action.
Could have been that Landsberger inadvertently stepped on his foot, though you couldn't really be 100% sure. Here's one of our potential MVPs, Bob McAdoo, and that's why.
I'm telling you, I haven't seen him play like that since he played with the old defunct Buffalo Braves.
He hasn't played like that quite some time. His number, by the way, on our dial-it poll, 900-720-2808. We'll give them all to you. We're not playing favorites. And a foul, I think, on McAdoo. Remember, each call to a 900 service, 50 cents plus tax, will be billed to you by your local phone company. And if you think Jamal Wilkes the MVP in this game, call 900-720-1808. Mike Cooper, 900-720-1909. We gave you McAdoo and Magic Johnson, 900-720-2909. McMillan with a hook. Attaboy, 3.
Yeah.
Rollins whacked it in there. But it's a 20-point game. And out of nowhere, into the game comes Mike McGee. McGee put together like a football player. He's out of Michigan. University of. And he just ran over Norm Nixon to allow Mike Glenn to...
He said he's built like a football player.
He and Landsberger out there. I hope fight doesn't break out. We're short-handed. 113-93. Rudy Macklin also has 12 rebounds tonight for Atlanta, along with his 24 points. And now Atlanta calls a timeout with 6:36 remaining in the game. Timeout on the floor, and your score. Los Angeles 113, Atlanta 93. On Friday, February 26th, Coca-Cola Stop and Go markets, as you look at the dial-it poll voting numbers again. Friday, February 26th, Coca-Cola Stop and Go markets and WPLO Radio are taking you inside the Hawks locker room. My goodness. With a unique team poster. Additionally, you can purchase 2 $7.50 tickets for the price of one by stopping at any Stop and Go prior to the game and picking up a coupon. Make plans to see the Hawks Bulls at half price and come get your coupon redeemable for your team poster on Coca-Cola Stop and Go markets, WPLO night. That's Friday, February 26th. Ooh. Mr. Rollins said hello to that little jewel. But the Hawks trail by 20 with 6:22 remaining.
Boy.
McAdoo didn't expect that pass. McMillan got a finger in the eye, and he tries to shake that off. 6:10 remaining. They go to the tree. And I know what he's thinking as he comes back down the floor. Boy, if I could have just hung around in this game, maybe it would have been different.
And he would be absolutely correct.
Maybe it would have been different. The Lakers have played great. 5:50 remaining. Landsberger with his infrequent jumper.
When you figure how many layups they've scored on just driving right down the middle.
Well, it's a 16-point game now, and Wes Matthews has 15, and that's a new season high for him. It was 13-0 Los Angeles at the outset. The Hawks got at one juncture to within 12, and that is as close as they have ever been, and that was in the first 3 minutes of the game. So it's been that kind of night to this point. And it doesn't figure to change, does it? Norm Nixon now has 13.
Amazing accuracy from Magic Johnson and Bob McAdoo on the evening. 11 of 12. Of course, Magic sitting down hurt.
Tommy Mack now with 9. 1:15.99, but only 4:48 left. It's possible, but it ain't likely. Isn't likely. Jim Brewer about to check in, the veteran out of Minnesota for Los Angeles. McMillan came up short, and there's what Landsberger does best. Look at that. Nixon surprised Jordan. Landsberger will get the layup. Boy, they are something.
Again, they make the mistakes look good. Jordan had trouble getting a handle on the thing. That was his layup, but they still managed to get 2 points out of it.
The pass was so brilliant, it surprised him. 4:10 remaining. Tommy Mack. Here comes the track meet. McGee goaltending McMillan. So McGee has his first points of the night. This rookie is shooting 52% in limited playing time for them, so he's got an idea what's going on.
Another big driver.
We ever get the attendance?
Oh, not yet. Haven't seen it.
Wes Matthews, a 2-point hoop. Wes has 17. Freeman Williams about to check into the game for Atlanta. So is Sam Cullum. 3:25 left. Here comes Matthews. He splits it. Shoots the layup, and again it's a 16-point game, and Wes has 19, and Los Angeles once. And Los Angeles gets timeout with 3:19 remaining in the contest. Timeout on the floor, and you score Los Angeles 119, Atlanta 103. 119-103 is your score, and there's your dial-it poll numbers for your MVP in this game. As you probably know by now, Jamal Wilkes, call 900-720-1808. Michael Cooper, 900-720-1909. Bob McAdoo, 900-720-2808. Why am I reading this when it's on the screen? People can see it. And Magic Johnson, whoops, they did it to me again, 900-720-2909. And each call to 900 service costs you 50 cents plus tax billed to your home phone or whatever phone you call from. And you have about 75 seconds before we cut the poll off. And now let's see, Kevin McKenna has entered the game. Might be a good idea to tell the folks about that as well. Yeah. Kevin McKenna out of Creighton University and out of Palatine, Illinois is into the game for Los Angeles. 2:53 remaining. Freeman for 3, negative. Freeman comes up empty, and Ed Jordan heads the other way.
Talking about McKenna, he's the first 4th-round draft pick to make this Laker team ever since C.J. Kupek, who also happened to be out of Illinois.
You know, with all this, they play without another fine player, Mitch Kupchak.
Yes.
Who's out for the year. Mike McGee gets his second hoop.
If I remember, that's really the reason they went after Bob McAdoo, to beef up that front line a little bit.
2:15 left. By the way, 12,913 paid here tonight. Matthews having a big quarter. West now with 21, a new season's high, 5 away from his pro high. 2:02 left. Kevin McKenna makes his presence felt. And it is Jonathan Winters' time here. Garbage time. A new career high for Rudy Macklin and a foul on McGee. Macklin now with 26 in the game. He also has a career high 12 rebounds.
Well, he's been looking for a shot the past 3 or 4 games, a little bit more than I think he was early on when he was pressed into duty with John Drew's injury. That's helped out somewhat tonight, but boy, it just has not been enough at all. Lakers have been so balanced all around.
Ed Jordan down Peachtree, left her short. McGee gets the hoop, draws the foul as well. Mr. McGee has himself 6 points. He shows a propensity for being around the basket.
Almost looks like he's been to John Drew school when he goes on those drives. Just kind of slams his way up in there.
Well, as luck would have it, he missed the free throw, and now Atlanta has it back. 125-107 the score. And the crowd is on its way home.
Boy, that was a great move.
Macklin with 28. We'll have the winner of that dial-it poll for you following the game this evening, and the polls are now closed, we understand. Landsberger, Pelham got to that. And the Hawks have a 3-on-2 break with less than a minute. And Matthews puts another one down. But it's too little too late for Atlanta. Jordan, boy. He drew the foul and threw in a prayer. It's been that kind of night. Jordan has 6.
It's a good thing he made it, too, because he left McGee standing out in the corner, who was begging for the ball on the wing out there. And Jordan decided, I'll take it all by myself. 1-on-3. No problem.
The way the Lakers have played tonight, and they've been super. If I were Pat Riley, I'd charter a plane, fly to Las Vegas, and let everybody roll. As they have been on a streak. Freeman Williams gets the hoop with 36 seconds remaining in the game. It is 128-113. McGee, bingo. Where'd this guy come from? He doesn't look bad at all. 4 out of 5. 26 seconds. Freeman's going to go for 3 of them. Negatory. 20 seconds remaining. Whoop. McMillan got it. 10 seconds left. Jim Brewer with a left hand is called for traveling with 6 seconds left. And mercifully, it is about to come to a close. 5, 4, 3, 2. Matthews misses his pro high by a single point, and the ball game will be over right now. And McGee didn't miss by much. Your final. Well, the Lakers got off to a 13-0 lead at the outset, and that's the number they won it by. Los Angeles 130, Atlanta 117. Totals and highlights after this. Well, the final, the Lakers 130, the Hawks 117, and there is your winner, your MVP for the night. The state of Delaware is in, and the vote goes to Magic Johnson. Magic will receive our warmest personal regards for winning that particular poll, and we thank all of you for participating with us. Well, like we said, the Hawks were behind 13-0 at the outset, and it never really got any better. They got to within 12 in the first 3 minutes of the game, but never got any closer than that, and they just got the devil knocked out of them, 130-117. It is the second highest score registered against Atlanta this year. Denver scored 138 points. That was in Denver a couple of months ago. Jamal Wilkes had 19. McAdoo, a super game, a season's high 22. Magic 21. Kareem 14. Nixon 13. Mike Cooper had 13 to lead the Lakers. And for Atlanta, good news for Rudy Macklin tonight with 28. Good news for Wes Matthews with 25, but the same old story. The Lakers played great basketball. The Hawks were crippled up. I don't know if the Hawks could have won anyway, as well as Los Angeles played tonight. But you can't play that badly at the start of every game, especially against good teams, and expect to have a chance, can you?
Well, I'll tell you, when the Lakers came in here tonight, I'm figuring one of two things. Either they're going to come in kind of let down after the big comeback win in Boston. They came back from 20 points. Or they're going to come in here all pumped up. And as we found out, they came in here extremely pumped up. Magic wasn't even supposed to play. He does. And they jumped out with the defensive rebounding edge, got off to the good fast break. And it was pretty much all over after that first period. That's what got their game going.
The Lakers 24 of 29, the Hawks 19 of 27 at the foul line. The Hawks lose their 6th in a row. They are 19 and 26 now. And sadly, at home, where Atlanta teams have historically played so well, the Hawks are now 10 and 13. On the road, the Lakers doing super. They're 18 and 8, and overall 34 and 14. Not a happy story if you're a Hawk fan, but if you enjoy basketball, you had to enjoy the way the Los Angeles Lakers played tonight as they beat Atlanta 130-117. For Fred Hickman, for Ann Keith, our associate director, is that your title tonight, Ann? For director, producer Mark Goldsmith, for the entire TBS crew, from the Omni, for Fred Hickman, I'm Waldo Stepper. What am I trying to say? The TBS guest comes along next. So long, everybody.
Atlanta Hawks basketball has been brought to you by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Toyota, who invite you to see all the 1982 Toyota cars and trucks at your local dealer. Oh, what a feeling to drive a Toyota. By your Coca-Cola bottler. Drink ice-cold Coke and work or play with a smile. By the people of Eastern Airlines, America's favorite way to fly. By Canon, so advanced, Canon is the world's leader in 35mm photography. And by Cable News Network and the new CNN2. Now you have a choice in 24-hour television news.